Hey everyone, welcome to Code with Hafiz. My name is Hafizullah Masoudi, and today I'm gonna show you how to install Vue Router for Vue version 3. The Laravel version that I will use for this tutorial would be Laravel 9. Now to start, I have a Vue JS already installed version of Laravel 9, and if you don't know how to do this or how to install Vue JS version 3 in Laravel 9, please find the video link in the description of this video, which will say how to install Vue JS version 3 in Laravel 9. So after installing Vue JS version 3, you can now watch this video and see how to install Vue Router for Vue 3. So let's open a terminal, and in here what I will do is go to the project directory. So cd opt lamp /htdocs/Laravel 3, and what I will do is open it with Visual Studio Code. So code space dot. Now to install Vue Router, let's open a terminal here and let's go to the browser again, and in here let's open a new tab and let's search for Vue JS 3 Vue Router and press enter. Now in here guys, let's go to the second link which says Vue Router Vue.js. Now click on it and let's say get started, and in here if you scroll a little bit down, you can see we can add it using Yarn, and we want the latest version, which is 4.x, as you can see. So let's get back to the text editor, and in the terminal let's say Yarn add, and then what we can say is Vue Router Vue-router at 4, which means version 4. So press enter. So guys, Vue Router has been installed successfully. Now let's close the terminal, and now first of all let's go to the blade and create some router links and also declare the router view where we will show the component data. So let's go to the blade, let's go to resources, views, and welcome blade. Now in here what I will do is first of all close the sidebar, and after that let's write some code in our div with the ID of app. So in here let's put an HR, and let's say we want a router link, so router -link. And now to give this router link a link, we can say to, and then quotation, and let's say slash. Well, for the text of the link let's say home, and now let's duplicate it, and this one should be for, let's say, about, and the link should be /about. Now after the links let's put another HR, and let's declare the router view, so router -view. Now we have to open the app.js file and set up the Vue Router. So let's open the sidebar and let's go to js app.js, and in here first of all let's import Vue Router. So at the top, after we import Vue, we can say import all from, let's say we want to name it Vue Router, or in here we can say import all as, and Vue Router from Vue Router. Now the next part is, guys, to import the two components. So in here what I will do is, let's say I want to import about component, so let's put a space here, about component, and from /components /about component.view. And after we import the component, let's create the routes. So const routes should equal to an array, and inside this array we have objects, and each object would be a route. So it should have a path, and the first one is a slash, and the component that we want to use will be, for example component. So let's say example component, and let's duplicate it. This one should be for about component, and for the path let's say /about. Now the next part is guys to create our router. So let's put enter here and let's say const router should equal to Vue router, and then parenthesis, or not parenthesis guys, dot create router, and then parenthesis and curly braces, and let's declare the history. Well, we want to be this router to be a web history because we don't want the hashtag in the URL. So let's say Vue router and then dot create web history, or let's remove the hash because we don't want the hash. And inside this parenthesis we want to declare a base URL also, so /Laravel 3/public, because we also have public in the URL. Now next part is to load our routes in the router. So in here let's say routes, comma. Now this being done, after we create the app we have to use the router also, so app.use, and in here let's say router. Now let's create the about component also. So I will right click on the components folder and new file, about component.vue, and in here I will open the template tags, and inside this template let's put an h1, and let's create an object by the name of title, and at the bottom let's put the script tags. And in Vue 3 you remember we had setup and then parenthesis, which will be an arrow function, and then parenthesis curly braces, and then title should be, let's say, welcome to the about page. Now let's run yarn run watch to compile all the changes. So in here let's first clear the terminal and let's say yarn run watch, and hopefully we won't get any errors. So guys, it was successful. As you can see, we don't have any errors. And now if we go back to the browser and check our code if it works, so let's hard reload, and you can see now we have our links. If we click on home, we have this home, and if we click on about, we will have about. Well, let's remove the component from the blade. So if we go back to the text editor and let's go to welcome blade, and in here what I will do is remove this one HR and example component. So let's indent it a little bit. Now if we get back to the browser, refresh, yeah, it looks much better. But we have a problem, and that is if we go to the about page and hit the refresh, you can see we get this not found error, which cannot find this about blade. And that is because if we get back to the text editor, we have to redirect every router link to the blade that we are loading in here, which is this welcome blade, which will be our main blade. So we can do that in the routes file. So let's go to routes folder and web.php, and if I scroll down after this route, let's say route and : get, and for the URL let's say curly braces and any question mark, and then we want a function, and for this function I want to return Vue, and the Vue should be welcome, and at the end let's say arrow where any should equal to dot all, and we should be good to go. Now let's go back to the browser, refresh. You can see now we have our about page even if we refresh. So let's get back to the home and about. Well, our single page application is working just fine. Now this being done guys, the video has come to the end, and I hope you enjoyed watching the video, and if you enjoyed watching it, don't forget to give the thumbs up and also share it with your friends. And if you are new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe if you want more from me. So thanks for watching, and see you guys in the next video.